Day 149, the power of providing context. Have you ever made a simple request at work only to be met with follow-up questions, puzzled expressions? It's not that people don't want to help. It's often that they don't have the necessary context to act on your request effectively. And when they don't have context, their first instinct is to ask for it, which inevitably slows things down and gets you frustrated. The reality is that context isn't just a helpful addition to a request, it's what makes a request actionable. Without it, even the most straightforward task can turn into a back and forth exchange that drains time and energy. So instead of waiting for someone to ask for context, why not provide it up front? Context is essentially the background information that helps others understand why a request matters, what's involved, and how it fits into the bigger picture. Think of it like handing someone a complete map instead of just pointing them in a vague direction. When people have clarity, they're more engaged, more efficient, and far less likely to hesitate or to misunderstand what you need. I thought about this, and I came up with a simple framework for providing context. If you want to make sure your requests are clear, complete, and easily acted upon, you might want to use this simple approach. Clearly state what you need. Keep the request direct and easy to understand. For example, we need to set up a new data pipeline. Very straightforward request. Explain why it's important. Is it tied to a critical deadline? Does it solve a recurring issue? People naturally work better when they understand the purpose behind their effort. Specify when you need it. Timelines provide structure and help with prioritization. Without them, tasks tend to drift. Share the impact. Show how this task connects to a broader goal. When people see how their work contributes to success, they're more motivated to get it done. Highlight any special constraints or requirements. If there are specific guidelines, such as integration needs, compliance rules, resource limitations, call them out to avoid unnecessary roadblocks. Then who? Identify who is responsible. Make sure it's clear who owns the task and who else might be involved. This reduces confusion and ensures accountability. Now let's see how all these elements fit together in a single well-structured request. This is just an example. We need a new data ingestion pipeline built to process market research data by next Friday. That would be the what and the when part of the equation. This is crucial because it will help us meet an important client deadline, significantly strengthen our partnership, and opening doors for future projects. So that sentence would be the why and the impact. The pipeline needs to integrate smoothly with our client's existing cloud environment and strictly follow their data privacy policies. Now that sentence illustrates a couple of constraints. Then I would say Jane will lead this initiative, closely collaborating with our client's IT team and internal data engineers. That final sentence describes the who. Now that wasn't very complicated. That was literally 4 sentences. But those 4 sentences provide the context people need. There are benefits in having clarity early in the process. When you consistently provide context in this way, a few things start to happen. First, your requests are handled faster because people don't have to stop and ask for clarification. Second, your colleagues will appreciate the clarity, making collaboration more seamless. And third, you'll start to develop a reputation for being well prepared and easy to work with, a quality that always pays dividends in the long run. By the way, I've been on the opposite end. People thought I was too short and disorganized because I would send requests that were terse and very short, until I started to realize that they didn't have the proper context. So the next time you're about to make a request, pause for a moment and ask yourself, have I provided enough context? You may think that would be too time-consuming and you just want to get it done. But honestly, by not providing context, it ends up taking more follow-up time anyway. So a little extra effort up front can save everyone a great deal of time and especially frustration later.